welcome to the Sugadasa Stadium for this all-important Open Men's Final at the President's Trophy 2024. In commentary today, we have a distinguished guest with us, Mr. Jehan Mubarak, who will be taking us through what is anticipated to be an exciting match. And on deck, we have the Sri Lanka Air Force team. Krishan Udayatra, Ruwan Sumit Kumara, Indranil Karunaratna, Madhushanka Tukorala, Isivaruna De Silva, Nabod Vijayasinghe. And now on screen, the OTSC team. Savitri Vijayasinghe, Gehan Vijayasinghe, Aiden Tissera, Akil Zuhair, Savit Varnapura, Yumal Bolagala, Isura Kahandavala, Kishan Munasinghe, Mahiru Abhisekara, and the rest of them who will take on the Air Force men just coming onto deck there for this all-important final. And welcome, Jehan, for this eagerly anticipated game today.
Yeah, it's been a great event so far for all players, schools and open categories alike. Something that water polo and aquatic sports in Sri Lanka has long been looking forward.
And as we have swim ball on, who will have first touch on ball? Will it be the OTSC team? And it is in their blue caps. Very well done there to have first attack on goal. They'll be looking to set up this one just like a Royal Tomian, Jehan.
Yeah, the two traditional powerhouses, Royal and St. Thomas's, but that has carried forward into the open category. It's good to see Sri Lanka Air Force also amongst the names when we talk about water polo in Sri Lanka.
Yes, looking for the centre pocket, heavily crowded out there on defence. Well done there by Isuvarno De Silva, spotting the early threat, knowing that they will go to a wing to prop pass early on, and well read there by the defence. Isuvarno looking for support, stranded at the top of the pool. Good tactic to run the shot clock down by Air Force and not give early fouls, I beg your pardon, at the top of the pool.
Yeah, shot more in hope than anything else with the shot clock running down.
Sivali Gurusinghe will be coming off that 2022 high of a record-breaking team for St. Thomas's College. But now this is a new chapter in their playing career. Looking for the danger men. Akil Zuhair, Isura Kahandavala, Keshan Munasinghe. Good pass there into that 2-meter. Well defended by the Air Force team.
Yeah, good pass, but unable to control it first time. There was a shot on if he was able to get that ball under control. Unfortunately, didn't have time. The shot clock running down. Both teams unsuccessful in their first few attempts in their attacks. Taking their time to settle into the game. Also taking their time to feel around the referee. And that's the first goal of the game. Sri Lanka Air Force drawing first blood. Referee seeing an infringement of the ball. Calling a foul. Closer right up in front of goal. Air Force very quick to capitalize on that exclusion and drawing first blood in this all-important final.
Yes, very well done by the airmen there. Navod Bandara making his presence felt in the pool. Their danger men are Isuvarno De Silva, Indranil Karunaratna and the captain Jan Bandara. But this is a cohesive team. This is a team that has gone through a lot of transformation in the last few years, and they seem to be playing as one unit of 13, Jehan.
Yeah, I think that's so important that you have all players on the same wavelength. And that's a foul drawn outside.
So we're looking for a shot. Unfortunate. Repeating his performances from 2022. So feared on that right bar, the awkward one, but so good on it as well at the same time. And that attack turns into defense now for OTSC. They need to be quick and up the pool here if they want to stop the airman. Isuvarno De Silva looking dangerous. Well stopped by the goalkeeper. Will look to recycle. Additional 30 seconds comes back onto the clock for the airman. This is dangerous. Very well done, Sumit Kumara. Very well done by the Air Force men. They are looking to recycle, but really it was the numbers, Jehan, in front of goal. OTSC need to be swimming back if they want to stop an early onslaught by the airmen.
Yeah, that was lazy defending by OTSC. Good on Air Force turning defense into attack. As the shot clock was running down, they committed men to that attack. had the extra man situation. St. Thomas's, or OTSC rather, not committing men in defense and paying for that dearly.
Yes, Purna Kankanige, master tactician on defense, will know to feed his attackers the ball based on good defense, and that is what we see there. If you notice, the Air Force defense always tightens up when the ball is on the bars, Jehan, allowing the ball to be channeled more towards the goal rather than the two corners, and then that is when they counter attack.
And they are always the quickest to react so far in the game. Oh, that's a great shot by Isivaruna De Silva.
Spoke about the danger man, putting all his skill on display there. Wonderfully done. Individual play, but really the talent on display is remarkable in this President's Trophy 2024.
That's a highly skilled shot by Isivaruna. He had a shot early on, which he took straight at the goalie. This time, faking one way and a nice lob, sending the goalkeeper completely in the wrong direction.
Ebenezer with ball at the center, looking for gaps in this Air Force defense. Doesn't find it. Spoke about the defense tightening up on the two wings so that the ball gets channeled straight into the goalie's hands.
And again, there's an exclusion called. That's a poor pass from the goalkeeper. They had the advantage, but the ball going straight towards the goalkeeper. Air Force creating a lot of problems for St. Thomas's with their counter attack. They're breaking a lot faster and putting a lot of pressure on the Thomian defense.
Yes, OTSC could have driven that ball forwards. Instead, gets stranded on that 5-meter line. Ake Zuhair takes it well this time. Finds his mark. Wonderfully done by the cap number 4 for the OTSC men. He's a player that they need to watch out. So does Purna Kankanige now go on a slightly tighter defense to him, because you don't want him to be getting comfortable so early, I beg your pardon, on this first quarter.
Yeah, it took him a couple of shots to find his range. First 2 shots on the bar, but once he finds his range, there's no way the goalie is keeping that one out. Slightly different approaches. Air Force having 2 men in prop on that occasion. It's a good save by the OTSC goalkeeper. Again, St. Thomas's OTSC slow to react in the counter attack. Gives the defense so much more time to settle, and it runs the shot clock down. Already we're about 15 seconds into that attack. It's taking a long time for them to get the ball up. It takes a lot of energy as well.
Yes, Ebenezer definitely tiring there on that play, but Air Force seem to be the fitter team in this outfit, and OTSC, with all their skill and experience of having played all these Royal Thomian matches at such a high intensity, will know this is a 4-quarter game, Jehan, and they will want to be there come the last minute in that 4th quarter to make a difference. And instead we have Air Force flying away with it. Excellent pass into the center pocket, but Isivaruna De Silva, his counter wing there on the left hand side, was completely free. All easy to say in the commentary box, but it's not, your visuals are not as clear when you're in the pool there, so really need to be thinking in 4D, Jehan, with the clock, with the position, with the awareness of defense as well. Ebenezer completely free and choosing to pass to the prop, which was a wasted pass, but OTSC lucky to get away with it and get a foul in their favor. Ebenezer again choosing to dump the ball. Good option, especially when you're looking to take the game deep. You don't want the airmen counter attacking you on every mistake you make, especially because we play so heavily with the clock, Jehan.
Yeah, I think tactics and strategy are going to be so important in this game, as is fitness. You said that's a great pass to find the man unmarked, and a great shot off the angle. The goalkeeper helpless in front of goal. Sumit Kumara, his 2nd goal of the game. Air Force racing to a 4-1 lead in this first quarter.
Yes, Isivaruna De Silva providing the assist there. That will calm the nerves on the bench as well, and have his coach in a much happier mood, because he missed a shot previously trying to take the 5-meter foul. But again, team effort by Sri Lanka Air Force, and very well done on the wing there. Not easy to take that shot, Jehan, with such an acute angle. Ebenezer looking to remake it, and he does it in style. Wonderfully done by cap number 10, Shevan Ebenezer, for the OTSC men. Goalie never expected it. I guess they were looking for that set defense to come in, and we didn't see the wing defender really drop onto the goal. That is why that right-hand corner was open for the taking. Number 1 goalkeeper in the country, they say, for the airmen, but completely outdone there, I beg your pardon, by Shevan Ebenezer.
Just a minute left in the quarter. OTSA would love to get back into the game, cut down that deficit. There's a turnover call there on a technicality on how the free throw was taken. I think there's new rules being brought into the game which makes it so much more exciting to watch, but also takes the players, especially the younger players, a bit more time to adjust to them.
OTSC looking for distribution, will want their winger on a mark because it's all boxed up now. It's more a square box than a D shape which you need. Keshan Munasinghe looking for the lob, I think. His legs just giving way under him. But Keshan Munasinghe of old would have nailed that one, Jehan.
But it's so hard shifting from attack to defense, and both teams have had to do that. That brings us to the end of the first quarter. Sri Lanka Air Force leading by 4 goals to 2. Comfortably so in this first quarter, but it's a game of 4 quarters. Let's see what happens in the second quarter.
Welcome back to live pictures in the second quarter in this all-important men's final, OTSC versus Sri Lanka Air Force. OTSC were first to the ball in the first quarter. Second quarter, no difference. Wonderfully done there by the Blue Caps. Would have taken a lot out of them on that swim ball. Looking to distribute now through the wing. Left-hander Savit Varnapura, if I'm not mistaken, looking to make a difference there on that right bar.
OTSC is struggling to get into good positions to take that final shot. They've had to resort to perimeter shots for majority of the first quarter. They'd like to change that up. They've got good shooters and want to get them within range. But the counter-attack from Sri Lanka Air Force is taking so much out of them. Oh, that's a good tap. It's a good shot. Unexpected shot, but well read by the goalkeeper.
So, ball hitting the goalkeeper's hand and going out of play, resulting in a corner throw there for the Sri Lanka Air Force. And it'll give them 30 seconds back on the shot clock. I beg your pardon, 20 seconds back on the shot clock. Isivano De Silva feared on that left bar. Giving him easy ball will be something that OTSC would have spoken about so many times prior to this match. And just as we say that, OTSC crowding him out, not giving him any comfort room at all to get his hands on that ball.
And the shot clock running down. Air Force opting to dump the ball. Right option. We don't see very many teams using that option. But in such a physical game, that can be so useful in running the clock down when your opponents have to attack. Good cross pass and a good shot, but an equally good save by the goalkeeper. Good water polo all round.
Well done again there. 20 seconds coming back onto the shot clock. OTSC looking dangerous in front of goal. They've got that D going again as well, Jehan. So really,
just 5 seconds on the shot clock. Air Force have a player unmarked down the pool and a bad pass. They had plenty of space and time to find him. Isivano De Silva was completely unmarked and he's not happy with his goalkeeper.
Yes, a second bad pass, I think, from the Air Force team. We'll need to work on that. They may need to break the pass slightly, Jehan, with the right winger, as you would normally do. But when you've got X-factor players, you want to feed them the ball as much as possible to take an early lead. OTSC looking for that bounce shot, but really need to set up the D if they want to have some success on a very good defensive outfit in the Sri Lanka Air Force. Puna Kankanige would have spent many a lecture on these boys, on these men, I beg your pardon, asking them to do the basics right. Let's turn attack into defense always as a defending unit, and then the goals will look after themselves. Then the match will be in your favor. Sabiru Vijayasinghe knows about it. He's played at the highest level at this game and will know that his defenders need to be backing him up on goal as well against a very strong shooting outfit in Whitecaps this evening.
It's a very smart read of the play by Air Force. He knew that the foul was taken incorrectly and was already on the move and finding extra men up down the field. The easy goal for Sri Lanka Air Force. So far been very much in control of the game, have been the fitter team, physically superior, swimming with their heads up, able to see the play in front of them, finding unmarked men and finding their range. They lead by 5-2 in the second quarter.
Yes, wonderful pictures there, Jehan, if you're a water polo fan. To see that angle from behind the goal really gives you an idea for the game and how interesting it becomes when you have positions, when you are thinking about defense and then trying to penetrate that goalkeeper's defense. Wonderful work here by the camera crew on deck today at the President's Trophy, as we have Ajanta Silva taking command of the deck, making sure that the game is played in the right spirits and everyone allows sanity to prevail in a high-stakes game. In the
when the adrenaline levels are high, the game is not always played in the pool. Sometimes it's played on the deck as well. The coaches get involved, the crowd gets involved. Ooh, that was a lucky shot. Got a deflection. Goalkeeper was worried for a minute there because he thought it was going to lob over him. Managing to tip it onto the crossbar.
And that's the thing, isn't it, Jehan? This is such a good spectator sport. There's always something happening in the pool, and whether you're on the deck, on the bench, whether you're playing or in the audience or commentating like us, there are so many exciting moments in this game that really make you want to come and watch this again, or even play it if you're a young aquatics athlete watching.
I'll tell you what, there are certain passages of play that are more interesting than a cricket match for sure. Having played cricket for so long, water polo still provides me sometimes better entertainment value as a spectator. When I say sometimes, I mean most times.
Well, yes, it shows the plethora of sports that are available really to be played, Jan. We've grown up with that '96 World Cup, and I'm sure everyone loved cricket at that time, and it's just a transition now, really taking that confidence from a '96 World Cup win into all the other sports, which is so important. And that was a stepping stone. We will always remember Aravinda De Silva hooking or with the hook shot on Damien Fleming to really, make a statement in that '96 World Cup, and that is what we're looking for these teams to do as well in these competitions and at Sri Lanka level as well. Make a difference, be the spark that ignites that flame, and then put Sri Lanka on the map. And as we have Air Force putting themselves firmly on the map now at the Sugadadasa, Isivarno De Silva all free, looking dangerous for OTSC. Good distribution back again. Will know his winger is free as well. Good defense by the OTSC team. Very well done to mitigate that attack. And instead, that's what happens, Jehan. You've got good attack, pressuring or demanding a really good shot out of the attackers. And that is where your defense gets turned into attack on the other side.
I also noticed, Reza, that OTSC running a lot of subs, but that takes out of their attack because they don't have players to commit in attack, because after each defense they are subbing players in and out, so they can't commit numbers in attack. It makes it so much easier for Air Force to defend.
Yes, and also the difference of a regimented routine with this Sri Lanka Air Force team versus the OTSC team that may have not trained as much, but all in all good for them to still keep competing, Jehan. 2 goes to 5 is still not an impossible task. Gone are the days when 2 to 5 was the score line at the end of a game, but now we're just in the middle somewhere of this second quarter, and as we have the coach of the OTSC team taking a timeout. So another tactic, Jehan, really, I think, to give the OTSC players a break. Take that timeout in the middle of the second quarter so that you are pacing yourself for the end. Isuru Kahandavala, Akil Zohair, Yomalbo Lagala will know exactly how to set this attack up. Take your time, make the move when it counts the most, use that burst of energy so that it really gives you advantage in the pool.
And it's good to see all these players who have played together at school, at St. Thomas's, and good to see them continuing. It's not a sport that is very popular in Sri Lanka, not a sport that you get paid a lot, if any. To play professional water polo takes a lot out of you physically, and to commit to that even after your school days is very, very impressive from both OTSC and Sri Lanka Air Force.
OTSC set play time. How many times have we seen double prop? And one of them will be one of the props coming out to ask for the ball on a quick pass. Instead looks for the wing. Very well done there by the Air Force defense. Like we said, Jehan, their defense is definitely coming to the fore here now, because you've got very good individual shooters, but you can't play this game all on your own.
And that ball going off the going out of the defender's hand, and hence not resulting in a corner. It is different to if it had gone off the goalkeeper's hand. Oh, that should be a penalty. That is the correct call. He was in front of goal. The foul coming from behind him, preventing a clear goal scoring opportunity. And that's the first penalty of the game. It's Isuran De Silva, just going in off the upright. Goalie unsure which way to go, spreading himself wide, making himself big in front of goal, able to just tip the ball onto the upright. Here we go again, coming right up. But very well taken, I must say. He went low, he went far, and got the result that he wanted. He came up out of the water very well, did he, Sivaran De Silva, using his lower body strength. That's a good shot. It's an unexpected shot, generated a lot of power without too much backswing, without coming out of the water very too much.
Yes, every strength and conditioning coach will know for water polo, you've got to be playing it as if you're walking on water, Jehan. That is where the real advantage comes in. And that is where you will see international teams as well handle it as if they were walking on water. As we come to the end of the second quarter, what an exciting game we have on our hands. Wonderfully done by the Sri Lanka Air Force team and the OTSC team to bring us all this excitement through the President's Trophy. And as we have live pictures back to you on the third quarter of this all-important match, OTSC with 2 goals, looking to bring back 4 goals now in this third quarter so that they can draw level with Sri Lanka Air Force. Can be done. Never say never, because OTSC have the experience behind them. That will be the main difference, Jehan, going into these last 2 quarters.
And that was poor defense by Air Force. They did have an extra man in the pool, but still, nevertheless, they allowed the man right in front of goal to come right up and ease a shot. That's exactly what OTSC would have wanted. Score early in the third quarter, get into the game before the fitness comes into play in the third quarter. Score early in each quarter, they can make their way back into the game.
Yes, Yahan Samarajiva's mantra really, make sure you annihilate the opposition in the first quarter with as many goals as possible, and then from there it's a mental game where you keep teasing the opposition in the pool just to get them off. But Good work from OTSC, and equally well done by the Sri Lanka Air Force, looking again to get into good position. So if you've just noticed that he just got the defender on the wrong side of him, because if it was held, it could have been a penalty as well, like it was just at the end of that last quarter. Sri Lanka Air Force looking for the wing. He's got a right winger free. He's got Isivaran De Silva with clear water in front of him. Really needs to distribute this ball into that right wing if they want to make use of this play.
But he did not. Took a bit too long on that. I think he was looking for the foul, maybe looking for the 5-meter shot. Caught in two minds and caught in no man's land in the end. And now an opportunity for OTSC to attack, to counter-attack. They've got men up front, in front of goal. That's a potential penalty. I don't know if that is the call. And that is that Shannon Ebenezer who's managed to draw the penalty? Shevan Ebenezer, I beg your pardon. Shannon Ebenezer was a Thomian cricket player, I beg your pardon. Similar names, same school, different sport.
Kahandavola makes it count for the OTSC team, bringing in their experience now. 4 goals to 6 looks a lot better than 2 goals to 6. We spoke about it at the top of the quarter. OTSC seem to be turning it on here at the Sugadadasa now in this third quarter.
And again a very well taken penalty. Goalie coming up, making himself big. But in off the crossbar. Those are really good penalties from both teams.
And I guess that will be the defining factor, Jehan. Poorna Kankanige, the head coach of the Sri Lanka Air Force team, know the quality that is behind this OTSC team in the blue caps. So he will not want to give them too many opportunities to regain that old confidence that they had. Because in the last few quarters, the game can change in the blink of an eye.
And that was an opportunity for them to re-establish their dominance. Failing to do so, giving OTSC an opportunity once again. Air Force were clear on goal. They are opting for a lob, which was not the right option. He was just needed a good shot. Anything at point blank range would have gone in. A wasted opportunity.
OTSC really need a centre going into double prop, but crowded out well by this well-conditioned Sri Lanka Air Force team, getting back to support their goalkeeper.
Yeah, and that was a poor dump there. He knew the shot clock was running down. He threw the ball. He wanted it to land in play, but it went out of play, which meant the ball goes back straight to the goalkeeper and letting them attack straight away. Isur and De Silva struggling. These are the ones that we see on screen, but the referee cannot from where he is on the deck. So much going on the water. It's a hard enough game to play. It's also a tough game to ref. 70% of the game is played underwater, if you don't get to see.
Yes, and just little tactical awareness, isn't it, Jehan? The way you position yourself, the way you keep your hand on the opponent, so that it's a fine line between drawing the foul and then having defensive advantage. But like we said, OTSC have all the experience behind them to do that. And 4 goals to 6 is looking dangerous in this third quarter.
Yeah, that experience showing there, knowing that he could shoot straight at goal from the corner. The right option, goalie and the defense completely switched off. Unfortunately, just hitting the crossbar. Would have brought them within 1 goal. Instead, Air Force now with an extra man in attack. It's a
good ball in, excellent play. OTSC very careful there, very well done by Isuru Kahandaval on that defense. He knew he was behind his attacker, so was allowing the closer defender to really try and get the ball on him, because any hand on that play would have been a penalty there. So a good penalty aversion, if you like, from OTSC.
Yeah, OTSC lucky again that Air Force were not able to get control of the ball. Their prop had a couple of goes as it gave some time for the defense to get back. And also gave the referee the notion that he was not in control of the ball, which would have given him an advantage otherwise. It's
also about, I guess, like a wicket keeper, they would say you've got to let your legs do most of the work, and I think you'll be able to better enlighten us on that. But even in water polo, you've got to keep your feet as close to the ball if you want to generate all that power and go for it. You can't be reaching for it, because that is when the defenders will have... Oh, wonderful goal there by the airman, completely out of the blue. Cap number 9. OTSC would have not expected him to shoot at all.
Yeah, Kumara Premaratna, that was completely unexpected, unmarked. Oh, that's not been given as a goal though. And this time though, OTSC capitalized at the other end. Premaratna's goal not being counted as he was inside the 5-meter mark. And instead, Savit Varnapura for OTSC, bringing them within one goal.
Yes, the left hand on that right wing will make a difference as well. These are the little attributes into the team that will make that one goal difference. And as we say that, OTSC are within touching distance now of this Air Force score. Just one score separates these two powerhouses in the open men's category. Air Force getting a little frustrated now. They know they've not had a lot of success in this quarter and the last one. And that's when you need to again go back to your experienced players. Jan Bandara on the wing will look to set up the D. Nice looking formation there from Sri Lanka Air Force. The shot clock running down.
Oh, that was a last second shot, and the goalie feeling he had to tip it over. That's probably going over the crossbar anyway, but he managed to get a fingertip to it, and resulting in another corner for Air Force and 20 seconds more on the shot clock. They're not making, didn't make good use of that. And the both teams struggling. The play continuing there, 30 seconds plus another 20 seconds makes it really, really tough on players, having to swim up and down, having to keep your head above water.
Ebenezer doing the right thing on that right wing. Oh, excellent pass. Excellent fake there. Sending the defense one way and then putting the ball right into the prop. Wow, what shot strength, Jehan. But really need to be outthinking the defense. He did it on the first goal, and on the second goal was a shot in desperation really, but he's got the quality behind him to penetrate that defense. Air Force now it's looking dangerous on this left wing. They've got the right wing open for the taking.
There's Atuko Ralad on that left wing. Shot was on, so was the cross pass to the right wing, choosing to take the shot. Probably the right option, but not the best execution. It's a good pass. That's a good pass, and that should be a penalty, yes, and an exclusion to follow. OTSC with an opportunity to draw level. The plan of taking the game deep, Reza, as you said early on. Once both teams tire, they get players within shooting range, and that's where their skill, the better shooters of OTSC, come into play.
It's the experience of the game, isn't it, Jehan? Having played so many games at such a high level, they know exactly how to set up a game. And excellently done there by cap number 4, Akil Zuhair, taking that left corner. Oh, 2022 was a year everyone will remember at St. Thomas's College. And he repays them in full again with wonderful play there from that penalty shootout. And now, as we have it, a game on our hands. OTSC 6, Sri Lanka Air Force 6. Who would have expected it in the first quarter?
And both coaches bringing in the substitution. This is where the bench comes into play as well. You need a strong bench.
Yes, the impact off the bench. I think OTSC will slightly have things in their favour on paper because of that experience that we spoke about. Knowing who to feed at the right moment will make all the difference in this game. Air Force looking a little static at the moment because their confidence has been dented by this OTSC comeback as the sun sets on Sugadadasa, only to bring up the lights for this game and then the other all-important finals we have lined up. OTSC now again with ball. So many blue caps on this side of the attacking half. You wouldn't want to give them a lot of opportunity, Jehan, because you may regret it at the end as a defensive unit.
Yeah, the referee is seeing something off the ball. This is an unnecessary foul off the ball there, giving a turnover to Sri Lanka Air Force. They were unable to capitalize that last few seconds of the third quarter, but brings us to a very interesting finale to this final 6 goals all as we go into the fourth and final quarter.
And what a time to find yourself at the Sugadadasa. Lights coming on for this all-important fourth quarter now with OTSC and Sri Lanka Air Force. But very well done there by Sri Lanka Air Force. Just when they needed it the most, pulling something out of the hat there, winning that swim ball for the Whitecaps. And they have first attacking opportunity on goal this evening.
Yeah, scoring early in this final quarter is going to be important. It's probably going to decide the outcome of the game. Just 8 minutes to decide this. That's a poor pass. Double marked was the prop, not the right option.
Yes, Indunil Karunatilaka would have known to get away from his defender there because they were passing into a defender heavy zone. But OTSC now left-hander on the wing, just lobs it to his danger man, number 7, Isuru Kahandavala on the bar. Kahandavala playing with experience, looking to get back because he knows the shot clock's running out and will live to attack on the next quarter, on the next play, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure if the shot was the right option there. A dump would have been better. Run the clock down, give your defense time to set. Air Force taking time to set things up for themselves. They want to create space for the prop. They've instead conceded a turnover. There's so much going on off the ball, underwater. Stakes are very, very high. Both teams are getting very, very physical. Nothing separating the two teams. The two best teams in Sri Lanka Water Polo, Old Thomian Swimming Club and the Sri Lanka Air Force.
Yes, but what a game we've had, Jehan. It's really keeping us all at the edge of our seats. And with shots like that, good for the audiences and good for the crowds here at the Sugadadasa. But the coaches will probably want another pass there before taking such a shot. But very well done here by Air Force again. Both teams looking to pick their moment. They know this is a game on its knife's edge now. And as we say that, Air Force have drawn the exclusion, I think. This is it. Set play time.
Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly happened. The referee's call seemed pretty clear to me. There was an exclusion called on OTSC, but for some reason OTSC stopped playing and were looking around, waiting for some direction. And that's a good lesson for everyone. Always play to the whistle.
Yes, we keep telling our under 9 and under 11 teams to do it. Cardinal mistake there, really. You do not stop play. You play until the referee's whistle is blown. Bad lapse of concentration there from the OTSC team. I'm sure they'll have their reasons for it, but really in such a game. Oh, what a wonderful shot there by Yomal Bollagala, if I'm not mistaken. Carbon copy of last year's Royal Thomian Water Polo encounter. What luxury to have on those bars for the OTSC team. That Thomian crest being shown on the top of that cap. And what excitement here we have at the Sugadadasa. 7-all as it stands. And with shots like that, you've got to get down to the Sugadadasa really to be witnessing it for yourself in this crowd.
What strength and power by Yomal Bolegol. It came so high out of the water and so much power behind that shot. And well defended. OTSC really coming into their fore now. A great attack at the top and then great defense by the goalkeeper. Seemed to have the slight edge in this final, the psychological edge. Air Force would have been expecting to have a lead going in here. Instead, they're having to scramble in defense and not being able to get their men up front in attack. Air Force instead, St. Thomas's, OTSC once again drawing an exclusion, getting into really, really good positions. Good interplay between their attackers from the wing Good movement, drawing defenders. 2 props in there.
Extra man situation for OTSC. This is the time to score. They've got everything in their favour. Wonderfully done by that Air Force defence, crowding out the goal, dropping the wing defenders onto the bar. Purna Kankanige, known for that tactic. OTSC missed a trick there, I feel, Jehan, with all that experience. One cross pass would have done the trick.
Yeah, and they've pushed the shot to the off angle, to the difficult angle. A lot easier to defend, and there's that goal from Isivaruna De Silva.
How do you defend that? How do you defend that? Oh, the quality behind Isivaruna De Silva. Wonderfully done. Really a tiger for the taming, if you like, from a coach's perspective. He is the X-factor player here, Jehan. It's all about man management as well. When these boys then leave school into their early 20s, we've got such talent on display. Yomal Bollagala with the previous shot, just 20 years of age. Or 21 if I'm not mistaken, but wonderful to see from Sri Lanka Water Polo now.
Sri Lanka Air Force inching ahead with just 3 minutes left, and there's an opportunity. Just a foul. I thought there could have been more if he had got in front, and now an opportunity for them to score the goal. Has that gone in? Well, it has now, if there was any doubt whether it had gone in or not. Again, never stop play. Sri Lanka Air Force this time guilty of ball watching or referee watching instead of playing on. 8-all once again.
8-all, and also good to look for the rebound as well there. We were definitely treated to an epic water polo game, Jehan, if you'd like to call it that, after so many years, especially with the COVID stoppage into aquatic sports and I guess many sports. It's wonderful to have this kind of situation and a game which was really ebbing and flowing between the two teams in the second half, if you like. The first half was dominated completely by Sri Lanka Air Force. And now another twist in the tail. Penalty awarded. My. Sri Lanka Air Force will not have a clearer opportunity in this game. 2 defenders on that line looking for the rebound, because of course if the ball comes back into play, it is play on, Jehan.
Yeah, we've seen teams not do that. Oh, that's a quick shot, very well taken. Completely different strategy by Isivaruna De Silva, who seems to have all the makings of being a star water polo player, knowing when to take a risk, knowing when to sit back. And what a wonderfully taken penalty.
Yes, wonderfully done, wonderfully done. OTSC will not be able to do much if they keep awarding penalties, and that is where your defensive discipline will come in. 9 goals to 8, just 1 goal difference in this all-important men's water polo final at the President's Trophy 2024.
And that's a silly mistake by OTSC. Incorrectly taken free throw, conceding a turnover at a crucial point in the game. Air Force can afford to run the clock down a little bit, and once again it's Isivaruna De Silva. He's all over the pool. In attack, in defense, swimming, keeping his head up, showing great fitness levels and great skill as well. Oh, once again, star of the show, Isivaruna De Silva.
I was just going to say, the OTSC had put Yomal Bollagala on him, so clearly identifying him as a threat in this last quarter. But what can you do as a defensive unit? Wow, what a shot there in a high pressure situation. Shows the skill, shows the amount of training also that has gone into it, Jehan. It looks easy. It's like golfers saying how many times they've got to swing to really perfect it. I'm sure the batsmen in T20 games will say the same. Bowlers in a test series will say the same, to perfect the outswinger, the inswinger. But really, Isivaruna De Silva swinging this game around now in Air Force's favour.
Yeah, just 7 seconds left on the shot clock, and the ball tapped out of play. That's good defense. That was once again Isivaruna De Silva. Tactically very, very smart. He could have got that so wrong and conceded a penalty. Instead, he managed to get the ball and none of the player, and getting the turnover for Sri Lanka Air Force. With just a minute and a half left on the clock, they can afford to play this out, manage the game, run the shot clock down. 2 30-second shot clocks. It's just a minute taken out of the game. And yep, correct option, dumping the ball. And now it's all about defense for Sri Lanka Air Force. You can see their swimmers scrambling back, double marking the prop, double marking the wing.
And that's the difference, isn't it? You've got more white caps in front of the goal than blue caps. And that makes it very difficult to score. You may have all the talent, but to penetrate that kind of defense will take some doing. Oh, and as we say that, Isura Kahandavala proves me wrong. Wonderful shot there by the OTSC senior player. Isura Kahandavala looks like he just played the Royal Thomian last year. He did it successfully in 2017, I think, if I'm not mistaken, where he single-handedly willed his team to victory.
I was just going to say that OTSC needed to score with just 2 more attacks left in the game. Isuru Kahandavala doing just that and managing to get a turnover as well off the ball. There's been a lot of pressure put on the Air Force defense. That's coming off now. Pass, they needed that pass to go to hand. Maybe not the right option. They did have time on the shot clock. Instead, the Air Force coming away with the ball. Isuran Diswala trying one of his cheeky lobs this time. Not successful. Just 10 seconds left on the shot clock. OTSC trying to get the ball down the field. Not able to do so in time. Air Force coming away with possession. There's still a few more seconds left or not. And that's it. Sri Lanka Air Force, what a game it has been. They win at the end, but there's nothing separating the two teams.
Well, my fingernails are completely gone, Jahan, but what a game we've had here at the Sugatadasa. Completely befitting of a men's open final. Quality water polo players in. Good tacticians on the bench as well. Purna Kankanige from the Sri Lanka Air Force, and if I'm not mistaken, it's Monal for OTSC. But really, very well done by both these teams, showcasing what Sri Lanka water polo can do, showcasing what all these boys can do if they play together under the national flag. Because that is the final victory. That is the final countdown, if you like, in this game. Having the national anthem being played at a world event, Jahan. And I'm sure all these guys will be looking forward to it sooner rather than later.
That's the dream, isn't it, for Sri Lanka Aquatics and for water polo, to get one of our water polo teams out there on the international stage. What we've seen so far has been very, very encouraging from both teams. Let's hear from the skippers.
What a thrilling game. After an exciting game, OTSC was defeated by Sri Lankan Air Force, just like the women's teams. Okay, I have the captain of the Air Force with me. Mokada hitune tarangiya. Mokada Kanta Kandayama dinuwa, obat dinuwa. Mokada hitune tarangiya.
ඇත්තටම සතුටුයි. ලොකු තරංගයක් තිබ්බා. ගොඩාක් කාන්තා කණ්ඩායමත් ලොකු තරංගයක් දුන්නා. පිළිම කණ්ඩායම ලොකු තරංගයක් දුන්නා. මුලින්ම මම ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා ගුවන් හමුදාපතිතුමා ඇතුළු අපේ සියලුම නිලධාරීන්ට අපිට මේ අවස්ථාව ලබා දුන්නට මේ සංඝ සහභාගී වීමට. ඊට අමතරව අපේ පුහුණුකරු හට හද පිරිප්‍රාම ස්තුතිය පුද කරනවා. ඒත් එක්ක මගේ කණ්ඩායම මාත් එකට හිටියා. මගේ කණ්ඩායම එකට හිටපු නිසා තමයි අද මට මේ දන්ට එන්න පුළුවන් වුණේ.
ඒත් එක්කම දැන් මොනවද මේ ජයග්‍රහණයත් එක්ක ඉදිරියේ මොනවද බලාපොරොත්තු තියෙන්නේ?
ඉදිරියේදී තව තරඟයක් ඉදිරි වෙනවා නොවැම්බර් මාසේ ජාතික තරඟාවලිය. ඒකටත් මුහුණ දෙනවා සූදානම් සිටිනවා.
So that is the news from the center. He's very happy about the news. He's very happy about the win also, and he's ready to go for the next level.